Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new Let's Play of Starpoint Gemini Warlords, the third iteration of the Starpoint Gemini series, after Starpoint 1, Gemini 1 and 2. So in this game we're going to be playing through for a week or two, because the guys at Little Green Men Games have decided to give me a copy, so we're going to be playing through the beta version of Starpoint Gemini Warlords. Now there is a early access, there is a intro, but we're going to be playing straight from free roam because I don't need the tutorial. And as much as I would like to go through it, I'd like to just get straight into the game so we can talk about it and have some fun. Go through the boring, about 20-minute long cutscene, which okay, it's not boring, but I already know what I'm doing, so I don't need it. I'm pretty sure I can explain just as well as the game does, if not maybe a little bit better. So let's create our character. We're going to be a male. We're going to be called just Alexander Blackwell, and I think only one of these classes work, but we're going to try being a sharpshooter. I've played as a Vanguard, which is a very good class. Now, you get to basically pick your first gunship you start with. Now, these are all the ones you get and it tells you the manufacturer. And, so yeah, we're going to be playing, I think, I like the look of this one, but I think what I'm going to play with is, do what I did last time, which is the Ketia, or Siesta. So we're going to be the SCS, which is the Solari Concordate ship. This, yes. Oh, okay, I've spelled that wrong. Okay, I'm gonna look to figure out how you say that. Wait, it's ODD. Yeah, Odysseus. No, I spelled it wrong. Okay, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. So let's press on. So now this is basically this is where you'll play most of the game from. Your little ship. So let's into turret mode, so I can move about a bit more. This is the ship we have, and this is Concordia, our space station. Now this game is built around you commanding this space station. And you playing as the commander of this space station in this sector of space. I don't know. I've really played like 3 hours of this, so I'm not too. But at least I know enough to at least talk about this stuff, because I've basically messed around getting all the info I really could of this. So what we can do is we can command civilian fleets. We have super capital ship capacities. Because we have a headquarter in a planet, so we own this planet. We can have a certain amount of command points. I believe command points are based on how many ships you have in your fleet. Yeah, they are. So we can have up to 26,000. These are our resources. We have 60 ore, 40 gas, and 20 materials. You gain materials by sending your fleets out and constructing on these mining operations, this salvage operation, and these various other gas collectors and whatnot. And there's also other things we can do. Now this game is very much just like a mountain blade in space. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly just dock with Concordia, so I can do a bit more talk about what we're going to be doing. Now, as this game is a very free roaming, it's very do as you will type game, you have to basically figure out what you want to do. Now I'm pretty sure there are you can do loads of things. Now, one very important thing is you have to know that you can level yourself up and get yourself really good, cool-looking ships. Now, this is the only ships from this region. I haven't really looked at any more. I only know of the Solari Concorde's fleets. But you can do mercenary work or freelance work. You can be a trader. You can buy yourself a freighter. Is there a freighter here? Yes, there is. There's a freight liner, so you can basically go around trading. So it's very much up to you. There's so we can look at a landmark. Anything we find, we can look up in the Wikipedia, the Gemapedia. We have records about what we've done. So we're level 1. We have 50 experience. Our ship name is the SCS Odysseus, and we have 100 grand. And our reputation with the Solari Concordia is maxed, as it's my faction, and we're hostile to all these people. And our faction power is 42,000. Now this is the only faction we know of currently. And there are no trade deals. We have no trade deals. So this is our ship. It's the Keita gunship, which has a grappler, a sense shield generator, a propulsion transporter, and a light weapon and a heavy weapon. Heavy weapons are weapons you need ammo for, and light weapons are fully replenished. Like they just replenish themselves, or they always fire basically. I think they take from your energy, and you can also land. You can also basically board your enemies. Not recommended with this ship, preferably, because I tried that. It did not end well. To say least, we also have skills and level ups. So we currently have sharpshooter passive. Light weapon damage is increased the further away you are from your target. Something I'm not used to. I'm normally used to being right in front of them. Anyway, so we also have a precise shot, fire a concentrated ball of energy at your target, which we can level up. Holo decoy, create a holographic copy of your ship to serve as a decoy and lure enemies fire away. It's good to have a buddy, even if it isn't real. Gravity push, which is the opposite of what the trait I'm used to, which is gravity pull. It pushes the enemies away from you to create distance. Now its range is only 850 at the moment, so it's they have to be very close to you. And our ultimate skill, I believe, it's not, yeah, when you elevate to level 5 is Warhead, which fires a massive destructive warhead straight at your target and watch it crash and burn along with its buddies. As a blast wave encompasses the inspecting victims. On the way to the target, the warhead charges up for additional damage. The further the target is, the bigger the punch. We now have a person log as well, which we can look in our missions and side missions and main missions. And we can leave this place. So we can also construct. And now one big thing is you have to build up the base Concordia to further yourself in the galaxy or the system. So yeah, let's go through them slowly. We have the hub ops, which upgrades itself is the middle bit. The hub is the central point of the headquarters. The basic level allows construction of the fundamental modules. Located on the lower HQ deck, while the upper deck unlocks the construction of 3 additional module types. So we have the hangar. This is the hangar to go to a point for storing and constructing vessels. Tactical ops. Build the tactical center to start unleashing your war fleets upon the unsuspecting universe. Mining ops. Mining operations are essential for anything related to mining or from asteroids. If you're really serious about prospecting, build this module. Somebody else's salvage depot. Somebody else's trash could very well be your ticket to fortune. Construct the salvage depot and start recycling today. Research R&D. Research and development of the new technology is the cornerstone of any mighty faction. So we have to start gaining materials and building those up, and now we do that with our civic fleets or civil fleets. Like various places on here we can build. Like as you can see, this is a fairness wormhole, which costs us a shit ton of gold to build up. We also have the research hyperspace torrent gate. Now we've got gas collectors down here. We have the research outpost here, and we have 2 junk reclaimers and 1 mining. I think we have 1 mining operation. So if we'd played through the tutorial, this already would have been built for us, and I think one of the gas collectors will. But I choose to not. This is the Gladiatrix, which I don't know what it does, but these little signs here are where you send your civilian fleets. Now, so we can send a fleet to retrieve lost cargo. Once complete, they'll inform you of their findings. So there's a threat level, it tells you the region, it tells you the price you pay in ore and gas and credits, and it tells you how many of your 5 civilian fleets you need. So we'll send them there. And this one needs 2, but we can't do because we do not have enough gas. So what we need to do now is we're going to go do a job. There are various kinds of jobs. We can salvage, search and destroy, and that's all we can do at current time. That is a very high level search and destroy for mission, but what we need to do is find a mission that responds to what is decent for us. And then what I do is I normally find the most paying search and destroy or convoy mission. So we're going to be doing search and destroy, potential rewards 153 grand, distance is 203,920, and a porter wanted this transgression against, basically go kill this ship.
Bid you farewell.
So let's go do that. First things first, we need to find where it is. There it is. Now we're gonna press go to, which means the ship will itself will. Don't forget that Captain Hick is waiting for your orders near Concordia. Oh, so yes, we also have. So what we're gonna do is actually we're gonna stop here. For one reason, we have an actual fleet called the Shockwave Raiders. Tara Higgs. She has 1 ship. So what we're going to tell her to do, we'll tell her to go to. I can't select myself, so because I wasn't selecting her. There we go. Wait, so I'm not going to go anywhere. There we go. See, I accidentally see. It's very annoying. But anyway, you click her and then you tell her to go to us. And what she's going to do is now, if we put ourselves in turret view, which means I can then look around. Let's also set ourselves to the plane.
Planar coordinates.
So I don't have to. I can see the Concordia. Nice. That's there, isn't it? Yeah, there's Tara Higgs. She's now going to come and follow us. well, she's going to come to us, and what we're going to do is we're going to tell her to follow me, which means she's going to get in position to follow us now. And we're going to get, and once, if we look at here, actually, let's quickly just put that power to there. This we'll talk about a bit more in a minute. She's now in sync with us, which means we can go to our freelance mission and we can drag her along with us. It's a cool little thing I figured out. The game doesn't really tell you about it, but that's more because it makes the missions a little bit easier. Now we can see her following along with us. So, she's worth, how much fleet power is she worth? She is worth 1,111 fleet power. So she's very useful to have with you. You don't actually have her if you play through the tutorial, which is actually quite nice. So it's kind of nice to have her. Now your ability down here, you can press, it's basically, if you want to use your abilities with your keyboard, it's 1, 2, 3, and then 4. I think these are 5, 6, 7, 8. It'd be nice to have the numbers on, but I kind of understand why they don't, as these are abilities you have to buy. Well, they're not abilities, they're items you buy and then put on your ship. So, when we get to the first mission, we'll see what it's like, but we're going to be doing a lot of grinding. Like Mountain Blade,
one of our fleets have finished their job.
You do a lot of grinding. Our fleet has completed its job and got ourselves 11 ore for us, which means we can still not actually send the fleet to do this one. Yeah, I must recommend, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to play this game, I would recommend doing the tutorial. I'm kind of wishing I didn't, and I just went off course. Let's relock ourselves on. Now, you could drive yourself all the way there, but I would not recommend it, because you may not hit it perfectly, or you may need to do like a lot of maneuvering. And Captain, the enemy's on our side. How do you want to proceed? So you can hail the enemies, but there's no point. We'll show them no mercy. Now you can control the weapons yourself. Now while I think about this, I am actually going to turn that sound down a bit. That is a bit too loud. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, shit. I believe I just accidentally ran into them, which is not good. So, yeah. Basically, that's all that happens. And because we had Tyra with us, that fight lasted a little bit, well, went a damn sight quicker than it should have. So yeah. That is basically a search and destroy mission. You attack a certain group of things. And basically, it's a good way to really build up your income. So far, you can also scroll over these and see what your total income are. We do not make a lot of materials at all. But, I mean, we've got a lot to do. We've got a lot of this galaxy to get done. Or system. So, let's return back to Concord. Actually, no, we're going to go to Theranos, because I would like to show you landing on a planet. I think it's pretty cool. And also, you gain weekly resources skills, like which we were looking at. These come pretty frequently because, as you guess, in space, time goes a lot faster. Well, it takes a while to go distances in space, so you'll get these. They say they're weekly, but they're more like every 20. I think it's like an hour. I mean, half an hour. So you'll see them pretty regularly. Now, this little thing here is basically where you want to distribute your power. So far, I'm distributing it to my speed. This is to defense or shields, and this is to guns. You can place it wherever you want, but I would... Oh, fuck. I did not mean to do that. Let's
setting course.
Reorganize there. And you basically... I think it's best to keep it in flight, because that way you move 10... Well, not 10 times quicker, but you move ways quicker. So when we get to Theranos, we're going to pick up another mission, and we'll start building our income and get ourselves some levels, get ourselves a better ship, so we can better control this sector. So we have the survey zone, so we're going to conduct a full survey of the zone and relay collectible information. So it's very low threat level. Honestly, I don't really see it. Sometimes I would just send a fleet all the time, no matter what the threat level. I haven't actually had a problem with that yet, so I think it's fine. We do have some salvage drones and some borehole torpedoes to do some mining and some salvaging, but I'm not going to be doing that. I'm not really too fussed on the
acquiring new coordinates,
mining or salvaging. I've done it, but it's not really. It's not that it's not interesting. It's that I'd rather kill people. I'm a lot more military-like. So when we get to Theranos, we're gonna get ourselves a new mission. I believe we did not pick up any stuff. Or pressing C the game would tell me. Here we go. We're now going to land on Theranos without me doing anything. Because if you press go to a planet or station, it will immediately dock the second it gets close enough, which is a very, very good system, actually, which I realized the game doesn't, I don't think, tells you it had. We haven't leveled up yet, have we? No, we haven't, so... every place you go to, by the way, will have different ships and whatnot. And they all have different levels. So you can get a freighter for level 4, which will cost us 750,000 credits. You can look at its systems. It has a frontal gun and battery. Other than that, it doesn't have anything else. Whereas later ships like the Sigma will have, turrets around. But there's just because they're there, it doesn't. You also have to, yeah. See, it tells you ships ship to buy. It doesn't tell me how many turrets it has there, but everything has different amounts of turrets. Like we have, I think it tells us here, we have 4 turrets there. I don't think it tells us. Yeah, there's 3 there, 3 there, 3, and then 3. So this one, it doesn't have the same amount on the top, but it has more around it. So yeah, but we're going to be doing some more jobs now. We've got a delivery mission, but we don't really be good at that. And we've got a maintenance mission. Again, I don't really think our ships aren't really suited to this. Our ship is suited to fighting, but we're not really high enough level for these missions, so we're not going to worry about them. So let's move on to back to the Concordia. So it's a little bit of traveling, but early on, yeah, you'll be doing a lot of traveling just to get income, and you'll be sending your fleets probably out all the time. Now, there is loads of enemy territory that you can go into that I don't see reason not to go into, but at the same time, I honestly would recommend getting yourself some missions done first, and getting yourself some income, and maybe even leveling yourself up to level 4 and trying to get yourself a new ship, because I believe there is a Corvette you can get at level 4, which is, I'd say it's pretty decent, actually. I liked it. It looks pretty cool as well, so there is that. But yeah, I would definitely recommend leveling yourselves up to get a new ship. Now, this is why it's a lot like Mountain Blade Spaces. You really do
adjusting access elevation.
You do grind a lot, but I think later in the game it's more like a lot more fighting and less grinding and whatnot, less traveling.
Greetings, Captain.
So
Welcome to Concordia.
Once we're there, we'll obviously be doing that. But for now, we're going to be grinding a little bit, as that's what we need to do. Now, convoys, you get paid a lot, but you're there for a little bit more time. But we'll be doing a convoy escort. So, convoy requires escort through this region. The willing captains will be paid once convoy leaves the area. Damages suffered by the convoy ships are deducted from the payment.
Take care as you take care.
So, we'll take tire of us and do this.
HQ sends word that one of our fleets have finished their task.
So our fleet has finished, and there is another fleet mission to be done. Send a fleet to retrieve lost cargo. Once completed, they inform me of their findings. So we'll send some gas. So gas, I think, is used for fuel. That's why it ducks it when you do missions. So we've got a mission down here. Send a fleet to do a complete and a detailed survey of the area. Once done, they'll assemble the collected data and pass it on to you. So here we'll go. We'll do that. And now we're going to get ourselves to this freelance mission.
Affirmative.
Now, there are
Engage
encounters you can do
sublight.
in the while flying around. I don't think we have not discovered any yet, but there are some. So when we discover some, I will show you them and take you to them. But they're mostly just fights that I've had so far, because I mean, I'm a bit aggressive. But I believe you can hail them and do some other stuff. I mean, you can hail random people you see, like turn turret view on so I can hail Tara. Oops, hail Tara. Greetings, Alexander. What can I do for you, resident? Tell me about yourself. What do you know? You seem rather young for a captain. What's the deal? I don't seem young. I am young. Raynor tells me that I'm one of the youngest captains in the Concord fleet. But don't worry, resident. I am more than capable of pulling my own weight, if that's what you're concerned about. And just wondering, nothing else? Anyone else in the Navy from your family? Someone's been talking, huh? Figures. My father was a counselor, if that is what you're aiming at. Will that be an issue? I have no idea, Higgs, nor do I care. I merely asked a question. Will me asking questions be a problem? My apologies, resident. I get edgy when these things are mentioned. People usually jump to all sorts of conclusions. I just want my work to be my measure, not my family. I see no problem with that. Let's talk about something else. Did not realize she was more like a companion. Interesting. So let's focus on this mission for now. Because we're going to be destroying. We're going to be following this convoy. We may have to do that in the next part. Then we will save it for the next part. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next part. See you guys then.